Welcome to the Kool, the Kareem Matthews podcast. I'm Kareem Matthews. I'm here with my dude, my boy, my Ramley, point guard extraordinaire, world traveler, fake ass DJ, girl dad, Mr. Rodney Lusian. What up, my dude?
It's been a minute, homie. How you?
Yeah, it has been shit since Lennon was on. Lennon was our first guest in our last episode. Shout out to
Right.
Lennon Lusian. But we back. We back.
Yes,
And it's
sir.
and it's crazy because I feel like we started the podcast to be able to cover our treks to the Ram game. And we ain't been on since the trek started. You know what I'm saying? It's been 2 games now, and this is our first venture into the Ramdom when there's actually action going on.
Yeah, man, it's hard. It's a hard dance. I think we be so invested on Sundays that, we had normally been taping on Mondays and then Mondays roll around these last two Mondays and it's like, damn, we got
It's a
these killer Monday night games.
right. It's a game on.
Right. It be having Ram implications.
Right?
And
I
so
never even thought about that aspect. I just thought about shit. It's football. It's football on. We gotta watch it.
Right, right. So now, we're gonna have to figure out this dance because like I said, we be so invested. And I feel like the investment's been light the first 2 weeks. Like game one, I was only there for really the first half
Right.
against the Texans. Game two was way out in
Tennessee on the road. It's definitely gonna ramp up. You know what I'm saying? The investment is definitely gonna ramp up as the year goes on. But I feel like it's cool from a football perspective that we get out of these first 2 games 2-0. You know what I'm saying? I think that's a good sign for the future of the season because it still ain't ramped up yet. I feel like we definitely not hitting on all cylinders. You know what I'm saying? We still fumbling through games, but finding a way to win games. I think that's the sign of a championship team. You know what I'm saying? And because I feel like all cylinders is almost a guaranteed at some point this year. Like I feel like it ain't like we not gonna get on all cylinders. I feel like it's you can pretty much bank on the fact that at some point this season we gonna be rolling. You know what I'm saying? So for us to be 2-0 and it not be that time, I think is a very good sign. Because that's the other thing about football is it gets to a point of the year where a certain amount of teams let go of the rope.
mm,
You know what I'm saying? And so when you catch teams at that point of the year, it's not they're not the same team than they was in these first few weeks. And it's crazy because I feel like a couple teams is already getting there. It's a couple teams that's a game or two away from being like, man, fuck this season. Like Miami. You know what I'm saying? Miami play Buffalo on Thursday.
right.
They get blown out in that. We could be looking at Deshaun Foster 2.0. You know what I'm saying? But nah.
And the
Oh,
Bears.
oh yeah, nah. They play
They
Minnesota
they got Dallas this
or
week.
Dallas. Right,
Dallas coming
right,
in. They don't
right.
win this one, they done. Like I feel like they done already. They cost me greatly that first week against Minnesota.
Mm-hmm.
I've
Who
never
turned who turned out to look like they not that good.
right.
You know
Which
what I'm
is what
saying?
I was betting going in. I was like, Jay, I can't believe y'all really putting all this on JJ McCarthy. And they
Man,
keep giving him these primetime games. Like he had a Monday night game for his first start, a Sunday night game for his second start. Like the Rams, we can't even get on Sunday night.
right.
And yet this dude, like Minnesota's like that. I mean, and we un
We
we we
beat them.
we unmasked Minnesota last year.
Right.
Like
Nah.
we pulled the mask off their face. Like, dude, y'all
A
are
Scooby
fraudulent.
Doo episode.
And now they gonna downgrade at quarterback, and they still gonna get all this love. Like I was hot. I was like, hell nah, Chicago is gonna blow these dudes week one. I put them at like a 11 or 12 in the
Mm,
pool. I loaded in my book. Like I was like, dude, no, this McCarthy ain't ready. And for 3 quarters of that game, he wasn't.
right. Nah,
And
nah.
I kept and I felt like this is probably, I know what we said this last season, probably the Frisco game, first one. Felt like the Minnesota game, first one. We kept being like, they letting us hang. They
Mm,
letting us hang around. And sure enough, we got up off the deck, and that's what Chicago did with Minnesota that first week.
right. Now you can't do that to professional teams, man. Like whenever you get that feel about a team in the game, that's how I felt. Well, actually, Tampa Bay was up. But last night when the Texans kept kicking field goals, it's like y'all niggas gonna lose this game. You know what I'm saying? But nah, back to Minnesota, dude. Everything you said, I'm just sitting here like, yeah, yeah, because people was trying to give JJ McCarthy love for that comeback. And then after they trash out, now it's like, dude, he's played 2 games in the NFL and has one good quarter.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And then got hurt.
Right. Against the Bears, who, I mean, once that happened, I was like, all right, Chicago, y'all are dead to me. Like, I'm, I had Detroit. Like, I mean, I'm loading against Chicago on site.
Nah, I mean, when you first said that, because you said that right after that first week, and when you first said that, I was like, damn, I got to give the niggas a little bit more rope. But now I'm on that bandwagon too. Detroit hung a 50 piece on their ass. Ben Johnson, here, take this. And now they talking about Ben Johnson don't like Caleb.
Ah,
And it's like, dude, you know what I'm saying? That's why you took the job. You know what I'm saying? And they saying because Caleb, he like a QB that can run what he called. You know what I'm saying? And that's what golf was good at. Like you give me the play, I'm gonna run it. But they said Caleb want to go off script, and because they said Chicago, both games have come out and scored the
right.
first drive because
Yes.
they be on script.
Uh huh.
He said the moment Caleb gets off that script, you know what I'm saying? The moment they done with them 15 plays that they practiced, Caleb is trash. And they like Ben Johnson don't like that. You know what I'm saying? And he didn't draft him.
Right.
So, coaches always want their QB, but you think, dude, you got the first pick in the draft. I know y'all didn't draft them, but damn, you know what I'm saying? So nah, they are one of them quick sinking ships too. You know what I'm saying? Them in Miami. I had my eye on Miami from the beginning. Remember, I was talking to Lennon about it on our way to the first game. She was like, "You don't like Miami?" I was like, "Nah, I don't think they're gonna have a good year." I was like, Tua and Tyreek don't get along.
Right.
Like that's right there. That you know what I mean? That's your 2 biggest niggas in the locker room. And then they coach, dude. They coach is so dumb to me.
Right.
Some of the shit he be saying, I'm like, do you be saying this shit to the team? Because he
Right.
like came on Dan Patrick's show, I think it was, and Dan was like, how are you? Or good day or some shit like that. And he's like, yeah, we're one more day closer to death.
Mm. Yeah, he a nerd like that.
And
Like,
I
I
was
mean,
like,
that's the vibe he give off.
huh?
He don't try to. He's a nerd like that. Like, he don't even try to
Hide
dress
it.
up and make it seem cool. He just gonna do some weirdo shit. Like they've been saying that about him. I mean, and it was cool when they was winning, and he looked like this offensive genius.
Right.
It was like a quirky thing, but it was like, all right, he's a weirdo, but he no ball. And
Mm.
now it's like now he just weird.
Nah, it is. And it's a weird. You know what I'm saying? It's like he's trying to be weird.
Cause it's the NFL. Like I don't think he's ever played football. Like he comes off
Mm.
as somebody who was just a computer science major and
He up
came
on
up
the analytics.
right, came up on this formula and ended up
Right.
getting in the Shanahan tree, and now he just been blessed by this tree. But it's like, dude, you've never played.
Right. And see, that's the kind of thing that's cool when it's working.
Right.
But when it's not working, it burns out quick. Because when you were saying all that, you know who that reminded me of? Mike Martz.
Uh,
And remember, after he fizzled out, he never came back.
right.
You know what I'm saying? It wasn't like he got another shot, like that was it.
And he had done way more than Mike McCarthy or whatever dude's name is. Mike
Right. Nah.
McDaniels. Like
McDaniel.
he at
Right.
least
Nah.
had won one and got to one as a head coach.
Right. Even though it was given to him.
Right? I mean, yeah. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But still, nah, it's you still gotta keep it going, you know what I mean? But McDaniel, it just seemed like, man, this dude, like hearing him talk, I'm like, yo, you can't talk to professional football players like that. Like, if this is how you are in the locker room, I can see how niggas is like, nah, man. You know what I mean?
Not as a scrawny little dude. Like, I mean,
Right,
you a scrawny little, you ain't never played, never could play, and yet
right,
you
right. Then
supposed
you
to
talk,
take control of a room of alpha males.
right. And then the way you talking though, like, because I feel like, I mean, McVay played, but he's not the biggest dude. You know what I'm saying? But when you hear him talk, it's like, okay, that dude can command a room. You know what I'm saying? Like even just his voice, just you know what I'm saying, just how his voice sounds. You like, okay, I can see how a group of dudes will at least listen to this dude. You know what I'm saying? Then if what he's saying is working, okay, you know what I'm saying? But Mike McDaniel, I mean, if somebody come in our locker room talking about we one more day closer to dying, I'm gonna be like, we supposed to play for this dude? Like, what is this dude talking about? You know what I'm saying? But yeah, nah. They teetering. They got Buffalo on Thursday night, 0-3. And if they get humiliated, they could be in trouble. You know what I'm saying?
And it's
I
a trick.
wish
Go ahead.
no, you go.
I was just gonna say I picked against them week one. I took Indy, and then on Sunday, because a couple of years ago we went to a Ram Miami game, and we still had golf and whatnot. It was Tua's first game, matter of fact,
Mm,
and it was during the pandemic year. It was the first game because you couldn't go to no games in LA. But in Florida, they was like allowing people to go to games. So we
mm,
went to the game in Miami.
mm.
Hot ass day. I think it was like late October, early November. And we sat behind the Rams bench. And the way Miami Stadium is, the visiting team is always in the sunny side of the field.
Shohei just went deep.
Oh, he did?
Yeah. Number
What that?
50. Number
Mm,
50.
we still losing?
6'5" now. But my bad. Finished though?
Nah, I mean, I going into this last Sunday, I'm like, all right, what's the weather? It was like 90 degrees.
Mm,
I'm like, they're gonna have New England baking in the sun, Miami gonna be off in the shade. And I'm like, this how they be doing teams. Like they ended up beating us that game, even though we was way better than them. And I felt like it had a lot to do because we was just sitting in that sun, like it ain't no shade
right.
in that stadium. And so, I mean, I was like, if y'all can't win this game against New England when the weather is perfect for y'all to get off what y'all be trying to get off,
Then y'all in trouble.
and they right. So they in trouble. I mean, they was
Right.
in trouble against Buffalo regardless.
Nah, that's exactly. I thought about that postulate, but I was like, nah, they just not a good team. You know what I'm saying? And people been hyping up New England. You know what I'm saying? People been thinking New England's gonna be an upstart team this year. And they spoke on the difference between Vrabel as a coach as opposed to dude that they just had, that black linebacker
Hold on, I didn't hear you. What black linebacker?
that the Patriots had as their coach that
Uh,
just got fired.
oh, Mayo.
Yeah, Gerard Mayo. They were saying how upgraded Vrabel was from Mayo. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? And I was like, oh, if it come down to that, Vrabel gonna kill McDaniel. Like I just thought, like McDaniel, you know what I'm saying? He he can't coach, man. He can't coach. You know, that's just how I feel. But
Right.
nah, back
Yeah,
to oh no, go ahead.
I was just gonna say it's hard to figure out what to make out of these first 2 weeks for the whole league. Like you always trying to extrapolate and do, distributive properties and whatnot. And, you
Mm-hmm.
know, I thought, all right, the Rams snuck one out against Houston. I'm like, all right, going into week 2, I'm like, all right, Houston. I'm figuring Houston's in the game against us, so they're gonna beat Tampa. And it's like even before that game happens, Atlanta goes to Minnesota and does what they do. So all of a sudden it's like, damn, that week 1 win that Tampa had over Atlanta, like that,
Looks
you just
even better.
yeah, you looked at it, it was just like a run of the mill win. And now it's like, damn, that's actually a really good win.
Right. Nah, it's funny because clearly we was on the opposite sides of these postulates because I was like people sleeping on Tampa. You know what I'm saying? So I took Tampa just on GP. I was like, I respect Houston, but if it's Houston and Tampa, then Houston, y'all got to go 0-2. You know what I'm saying? But using that postulate, Houston came out and scored like on their first drive. And I was like, we held Houston down the whole game.
Mm.
And Tampa's supposed to have D. You know what I'm saying? Tampa's D supposed to be cool. They got a defensive head coach. And I mean, they ended up pretty much putting the clamps on Houston for the majority of the rest of the game after that. But I think that really highlighted my RD to me. You know what I'm saying? I was like, okay, Tampa's supposed to have D, and Houston's offense already came out and they didn't score a touchdown on us. They scored a touchdown on them in the first drive. You know what I'm saying? And again, Tampa's D firmed up. Like, no, we are a legitimate D, which even made me more like, okay, then our D is legitimate. You know what I'm saying? And even in week 2, we gave up 18,
16.
16. Everybody else was giving up 30. I mean, that was one of the highest scoring weeks in the history of the league last week. And we still only gave up 16. I mean, teams, everybody was scoring 40. You know what I'm saying? Teams that you thought had D was giving up 40. Let me see.
Right now, and Tennessee, everybody made it seem like I didn't see the Denver game between them and Denver week 1, but everybody was making it seem like Tennessee could have won the game. They was in the game. Um, and it's like, for them, who knows what Denver is? Like Denver went and struggled or lost to Indy.
And was giving up points, gave up points to Indy.
Right.
Supposedly had this great D, but Indy's another squad I think Indy's slept on. They on our schedule too. You know what I'm saying? I think we gonna that's our next home game.
Right.
I think we gonna beat them, but don't sleep on them. You know what I'm saying? Like I didn't have Indy this week. I had them the first week though, because I fell for that damn Denver hype. But Indy, dude, because they got offensive pieces. You know what I'm saying? And it's crazy because I took a lot of their dudes in fantasy. So then, I kind of look at them from a fantasy perspective, but then I was like, wait a minute, all these fantasy dudes make up an actual pretty good reality roster. I mean, at least offense. You know what I'm saying? Because they got Taylor, the running back,
Right.
Pittman, the receiver,
Right.
and then that tight end
Tyler
that ki-
Warren.
that killed SC. And Daniel Jones is looking cool with all that. You know what I'm saying? I mean, their defense is probably that's where we probably gonna take advantage of them. But offensively, I'm like, hey, we can't, you know what I'm saying? We gotta be on our P's and Q's. That's not a walkover like you would think. You know what I'm saying?
Right. They haven't punted. No punts, no turnovers.
Oh, that's right. That's the other thing. They scored on their first 10 drives.
Mm.
At least a field goal. That's right. He said they haven't punted. I did hear that. The
Right.
first or one of the first NFL teams, or maybe the first to score on this many drives to start off a season.
Right.
Nah,
And to do half of that against Denver.
right. Nah, who's supposed to have I mean, they had the best D last year. They got the defensive player of the year on their team. And it was
Mm.
funny because during the Texans game, I was talking to Lennon and she kept telling me how Stingley is trash. She wouldn't let me not let Stingley be good. Every time I tried to tell somebody around that Stingley was good, she was like, no, he's not. And then Stingley went and locked up Mike Evans.
Mm.
Last night, I wanted to text Lennon almost. I almost text Lennon, like, are you watching this game? Stingley is locking Mike Evans up. You know what I'm saying? So that was more. Like, that was another thing. I was like, see, he wasn't doing that against us.
Right. Nah. I think she ended up taking Tampa and
Oh, she
our
did?
pool. Yeah.
Hmm.
I mean
Okay.
that goes with her Stingley is trash postulate.
Right. Right. Right.
Um, yeah.
Right.
At the end of the night, because there was a play. I think it might have been to Mike Evans, like because I was on Houston,
Hmm.
and I just since I picked him, I want him to win. I didn't have nothing really riding on it, but
Right.
and plus I didn't want Tampa to win because I feel like we always end up with playoff
Seeing
position
it.
with them.
Right.
But yeah, I want to say the last pass they completed was to Mike Evans, and I just felt like Stingley kind of played off of him. Stingley went with somebody else, so I'm like, why are you going with that dude? Like, I don't
Hmm.
know.
Stay on Mike Evans like you've been doing.
Right, like this is for game. Like y'all can't give up nothing right now. And sure enough, they ran it twice after that and scored.
Hmm.
So, but nah, I mean, all that aside, I mean, it's about what are we gonna do with Philly?
Nah. I mean, it's yeah, that's where we at now. You know what I'm saying? But I feel like we've already proven a lot. Like, wait, my bad. Um, I lost my train of thought for a second. Hold on. Nah, I feel like coming in, I thought if we got out of this 2-1, we was straight. Like in my breakdown of the season, because I think I said 13 wins. I think I said 13-4.
Conservatively,
Right, right. And Philly is one of my four. You know what I'm saying? Like I have Philly, Baltimore, Detroit, and a random game, either Tampa or maybe one of the Friscos, you know what I'm saying? But already like Detroit, you know what I'm saying? I don't feel as much of an L as I did at the beginning of the season. Like I feel like, I'm not as scared as Detroit as I was. And then Baltimore too. Baltimore has already shown like a schizophrenic side. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, you know, they might be gettable. So shit, I could be up to 15 wins. You know what I'm saying? And now Philly too. Like none of the teams have come out looking like, how I felt at the beginning of the season, like we can't beat these dudes.
Right.
We just tied it up.
Mm. Okay. That just sets up the heartbreak.
Right. They're gonna have to bring Tanner in.
Mm. Yeah, I think I gave originally I was 15-2 and Philly and Baltimore was the two. And then I think I either conservatively moved to 13 or 12 or somewhere in that range. Still thinking Philly and Baltimore, and then just trying to be reasonable with the fact that we was gonna drop some other stuff. But now I'm at a point where I'm like, and I kind of changed it even kind of just before the season. Like, dude, nah, we gonna go get that Philly game.
Mm.
Like, I felt like I probably said it the last time we was on. I was like, we walked into. It can't be more of a Lions den than what we walked into in February, in January.
Man.
That was
Snowing.
right. With a team that had punked us in our own stadium, like it was just, we hadn't proven Jared Verse in particular hadn't proven that I can go into somebody else's stadium and
Bully them.
right, right. I'm gonna go in as the bad guy and be a villain, be the villain that wins. Um, but they showed all of it. Like they walked in as as warriors and walked out like we still warriors. We didn't win this one, but
And y'all respect us.
right.
You know what I'm saying? We gonna walk out of here and y'all gonna continue to talk about this game even after y'all win the bowl. Y'all gonna be mentioning nigga that Ram game.
Right. So I feel like that set us up to be able to walk in this Sunday and be like, damn, this ain't nothing compared to
It's
what
sunny.
right.
You mean it ain't snowing today?
Right. And they are not gonna be as angry, the fans especially. I mean, they Philly, so they always gonna have an edge to them. But y'all fresh off winning the Super Bowl, y'all just beat KC. Like, it's no way y'all as hungry as y'all was back in January.
Right. Nah, no doubt. And I don't think they as good.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? I just don't think they as good. Or they're not hitting on all cylinders like they were when we played them last time. Maybe they may get to that level at some point this season, but they definitely not there right now. Has Saquon had 100 yet? I don't even think he had a 100-yard game yet. You know what I'm saying? AJ Brown, has he caught a pass yet? Like
Right.
none
Well,
of they shit.
they passed for 100 yards against KC, like 101.
I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like they're not hitting on all cylinders. So I feel like it's also a good time to catch them as far as that goes. You know what I'm saying? We not hitting on all cylinders either, but the cylinders that we hitting on is that defense. Like that. I mean, and they not even hitting on all cylinders, but you see it though. You know what I'm saying? Because my thing is, we've been doing all of this, and Fisk and Verse don't have a sack yet. Neither one of them. You know what I'm saying? Like the dude that stepped up is young. BY is taking that step you thought Verse was gonna take. And I mean, they play a similar style because during the Tennessee game, they was talking about how both their edge rushers' best move is the bull rush. And they're like, how are you guys gonna be young guys and your best move is the bull rush? And they was like, I mean, the fastest way to somewhere is a straight line. Saying that was their response to that. But I was like, you know what? BY do play like Verse because we give Verse that props of being able to punk grown men And BY is like, yo, I got that too. I'm saying I'm not quite his size, but it's not that far off. You know what I mean? So he's been the big well, hold on. I'm about to say he's been the biggest surprise to me, but Landman is up there. You know what I'm saying? He's a tackling fool. You know what I'm saying? And he don't come off the field. Like I thought he was gonna be like a two down dude. Third down, he's still out there. Like, oh, I can cover in the pass game. Don't get it twisted. And he hits. He hits. He got that peanut punch. He saved the first game with a peanut punch. Nah. Uh remember last year Philly picked up Braun from Seattle and switched positions. He was an edge rusher. They made him a middle linebacker. And he had that kind of impact. And I feel like Landman is similar. He's always been a linebacker, but man, he gels our defense. You know what I'm saying? He's like he's crazy glue for our defense. Like he brings it all together because he better than Spates. And you know how I feel about Spates, you know what I'm saying? But he's like a mentor for Spates. Like he's raising Spates, like he teaching Spates all the shit he gonna need to know. You know what I'm saying? Like I feel like he's perfect because because we wanted somebody to run next to Spates. Then Spates was gonna have to be that dude.
Right.
Like if we had drafted Jihad, who is balling, but if we had drafted him, then we would have been looking at Spates to groom him. You know what I'm saying? But now we bring in Landman, he's grooming Spates, which I like. And Puna been balling on the low. You know what I'm saying? He ain't got no numbers. But whenever you see a pile, Puna's getting up off the bottom of it. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's that run plugger that they said he was. Man, our D line, because Davis,
Tyler Davis.
he's becoming one of my favorite D linemen, dude. Last year he was just a run plugger. Now he getting pressure. Like it was a couple times he was chasing the shit out of Cam Ward.
Right.
I kept being like, who is that? Who's 90? Oh, that's Davis. Nah. And again, that's not the major pieces we was counting on. You know what I'm saying? Fisk and Verse still gonna turn it on. Like they have no numbers. That's not gonna continue.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Nah, I'm really happy about how our young defense is looking. And then Devontae finally, well, not you can't even say finally, it's just the second game. But he showed you, like, look, this what it looked like. You know what I'm saying? This Marcino game right here. I'm gonna get Marcino. And then Puka still had his. Like they both ate. I don't even did Cup ever have a 100-yard game last year?
I feel like he did. I felt like he did week one because Puka got hurt against Detroit. He had a good game week one because I felt like Puka wasn't there. Yeah, he had 110.
Oh, he did.
Week one, he had 104 against Seattle. Those are just the games where he led us. Like it might have been one or two other games that he had it, but yeah, don't dogpile on Coop Cup just yet.
Nah, I mean not to dogpile, but just the fact that I feel like Devontae's an upgrade. And then I've been wanting to mention this for a minute, but I always kept forgetting. It was during training camp though, but Devontae called Puka raw. And not raw like he raw, like that nigga raw, but raw like like a raw diamond. You know what I'm saying? Like I was like, wow. Like again, not to dogpile, but you never heard Coop Cup say that. But I feel like it wasn't like a diss. but it was just like because Devontae is known as like a real polished receiver.
Right.
So I feel like he like Puka can get to this. You know what I'm saying? He like Puka don't have none of this. Like what Puka doing is just he raw. Like he just know how to play football. But if he can get some of this polish that I can put on him, he can even take that next step. You know what I'm saying? So when I heard that, I was like, okay, Devontae, like if he feels strong enough to be like Puka's still raw, like I was like, ooh, okay. I mean, I never thought about that, but I could see that. Like Devontae, like, man, I can help you out with some of this route shit that I got that will take your game to the next level. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like Devontae at some point is gonna add that to Puka this year. You know what I mean? And I feel like that's kind of how Lamon is with the defense. Like I can help smooth some of these rough edges on some of these younger dudes out. You know what I mean? Because if he get Puka to be a specialist like he is, because they said Stafford said how Devontae is such an easy, such a comfortable target. You know what I'm saying? Like he's just so easy to throw to. And I was like, that's that technician shit. You know what I'm saying? Like he like a Ike Bruce. Like you know he gonna be where you need him to be. You know what I'm saying? I don't know, man. Because again, God damn it, Trinan, 3-run homer. Dude, we down 9-6.
Yeah,
Man,
that's cool. It
is
ain't,
it?
but it is. Ain't nothing on the line tonight.
It's crazy because we was just talking about that before we got on air. You know what I'm saying? How the bullpen, man. Like I can't remember a baseball team that's won the World Series with a trash bullpen. And our bullpen is just, I mean, it's not even funny no more. Like, you know these dudes ain't gonna be able to hold the lead. Shohei had a no-hitter going when he left the game today. And the dude that came in gave up a hit to the second batter, and before the inning was over, we was down 5-4 from up 4-0. Rally back, tied at 6, and then this dude gives up a 3-run homer in the ninth.
Oh, that was in the ninth?
Top of the ninth. Oh
Damn.
no, not another one. Okay, he gonna catch this one because we can't go to Trinan. I mean, we can't go to Scott. He done, you know what I'm saying? So we go to Trinan and he gives it up. I don't know,
Yeah. Nah. I mean, as soon as you said we tied it up, I was like, that just sets up the heartbreak.
right? Nah, and it's crazy because that's how you feel now. That's the feeling that they give off. You know what I'm saying? And it comes true too many times. Like, and
Right?
that's my thing. We've never been the type of team that turns it on in the playoffs. Like, we'll go into the playoffs with the best record in the league and get swept. So to think all of a sudden now we gonna be able to just turn it on because it's playoff time, like I'm not buying that. Like I need to see us playing good baseball before that starts. And we haven't done that, man. You know what I mean? We haven't played good baseball in months. So to
And
think all of a
we
sudden now
still
that
in
the
first place.
huh?
And yet we still in first place.
And that's what Gino always hit me with. Every time I'm texting him being mad, he texts me the standings. But we the only first place team that ain't clinched in the NL.
Right.
all the other first place teams have handled their business already. You know what I'm saying? And because of that, we're gonna be in the wild card round. So yeah, we are still in first place, but most of the perks of being in first place, we've lost. Like all the goodness, the only thing that we got from being in first place now is we're not a wild card team. But we still gonna be in the wild card series.
Right now, I think us having to play meaningful baseball down to the wire is going to be a good thing. I mean, shit, it ain't like there's another option at this point.
Nah, but
San
somebody else brought that up too, because now we're not gonna get a long break after the season,
Mm,
which we always bitch about. You know what I'm saying? Now, as soon as the season is over, like the next day, we're gonna start that wild card series.
right, yeah, because last year they came up with something. They went out of town together. They did something during that time. Like they
Mm,
started hanging out in the clubhouse or going to get
right,
watching games. Like they did something different that was player driven while they was waiting for the wild card to finish last year. Um,
right.
I mean, and San Diego's trying to let us walk away with it,
But we
and we
won't.
right,
I
we
mean,
like,
shit, it's probably 10 games left now.
yeah,
So, you know what I'm saying? And it's crazy because the closer for Philly is in, he just threw 100. They got him from the Twins, and we was in it to get this dude. You know what I'm saying? But we wouldn't give up rushing. And now he's up facing rushing. He about to K Rushing's ass for game.
it's 2 outs already.
Nice one, but damn near game. We could
Yeah,
have had this dude, man, but we didn't want to give up no prospects at the deadline to get us a legitimate closer. We thought Tanner Scott was the answer. Because closers was moving. He wasn't the only one. The Yankees picked up a dude from the Pirates, Bednar. The Padres picked up the dude from the A's, and the Padres gave up like they top three prospects. They had just did that to get Juan Soto. They gave up three damn near all-stars to get Juan Soto and did it again to get this closer this year. And we keep holding on to these trucks. None of these dudes we hold on to pan out. Rushing hitting 190. Meanwhile, this closer has been dominant.
yeah. I ain't gonna be able to match your angst.
Till we eliminate it.
Even then, I mean, I'm still living off of last year.
Mm. Nah,
As,
you brought that up earlier. And I mean, if that's the case, then that's not going to go away.
as dope as, yeah, I mean, as dope as the Yankees look this year, I mean, and I'm just talking from an offensive standpoint. Like I looked at their lineup today. Everybody they had in their lineup had at least 19 homers. I mean, all nine.
Right. Nah, they remember they started off the year with those torpedo bats.
Uh,
That niggas was like, nah, man, they got to outlaw this. Cause they hit like 9 homers in the first game or some crazy shit like that. They've done that a couple times this year
right,
where they just go off.
right. And it's like as dope as that looks, and as Yankee-ish as it seems, I just look at them and like, dude, we own y'all. Like if we
No, if
see
we if we get to them,
right,
we winning it. I don't see that. I don't see us getting to them. Because you listed all the favorites for the World Series. They all in the National League.
right, and we on top of that.
Right. But we don't match up good against none of those teams. Philly, Milwaukee, the Cubs, they all have done us this year. Who we gonna beat? That's game. They just finished us off. Yeah, we 2 games up on the Padres with 11 games left. We behind the Cubs now.
Yeah, but that don't matter
Right.
because I mean, if we saw them in the championship series, I think we still would have home field.
I love all the grace you giving the Dodgers. And I
I,
mean, I gotta say they last year earned it, but to me, all the money they spent this off season, man. We spent damn near $1 billion. We get nothing on our return. Yates, Scott, and Conforto. That's who we signed this offseason, thinking that was going to put us over the top. Oh, and Sasaki and Snell.
who's supposed to come back? Yeah, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Nah, I mean, when you get the chance, like we had at the trading deadline, to correct some of it, that's cool. But I mean, you go back to the off season, everybody wanted the dudes we signed. Like all of
Yeah,
them, all them pickups was like, damn, really? That except Conforto. Like I ain't, you know.
right. But there were also other options that we didn't go for the dudes we went for. Because instead of Yates, people wanted Kenley.
Jansen?
Yeah. Who's balling this year? You know what I'm saying? He would have been better than Yates.
He ain't in no high leverage moments.
What? He closing for the Angels.
Exactly.
He probably got 25 saves this year.
Probably, but it's the Angels. Like shit. If we win this, cool. If we don't, cool. Ain't nobody tripping. It
Nope.
ain't
I think Kenley would have helped us this year. I wanted him at the trade deadline. Even after we didn't sign him instead of Yates, because they signed for the same amount of money, and Kenley was waiting to sign with us. That's why he waited and then still signed with the Angels so he could be right down the street. And then instead of signing the lefty,
uh right. The closer was
the starter, Snell.
uh,
Snell. Instead of signing Snell, we could have signed Max Fried
for the Yankees.
from the Braves, who's from LA, a lefty. You know what I'm saying? Who's having a way better year than Snell. So I mean, at the time, people were saying, yeah, those were great signings, but there were also other dudes that we could have signed. I don't know why people hate on Kenley so much.
Because
Kenley,
even at his peak, he wasn't
Kenley's going to the Hall, pimp.
okay. So is Kershaw,
I
but
mean,
he ain't got nothing to do with them 2 rings we got, and neither do Kenley.
nah, Kenley's a legit late inning pitcher. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna say he would have been closing for us, but he at this point of the year though, he might have been seeing how Scott's thinking it up. But he would have definitely came and gave us some late inning, you know what I'm saying? A dude we could trust in the late innings. Our bullpen gave up 9 runs in 4 innings. Damn. Oh yeah, because Shohei left, it was 4-0.
Right.
That's bad. 78 home runs allowed this season from the bullpen. Mm,
Yeah, that's trash. Ain't no
nah.
denying that.
And I mean, that's the thing. In the playoffs, we gonna have to go to these dudes. There's no way you can expect the starters to go 9 innings every game.
Right.
At
Yeah.
some point, one of these dudes gonna have to come in, and that's gonna be, against good teams. You can't just run batting practice pitchers out there. I can't even hear the post game show. I just got it on, but no more is hot. Sometimes
Mm.
no more can't take it. You know what I'm saying? Because he want to go out there and play.
Right. I mean, and it ain't too many options at this point.
Nope, it ain't. That's the thing, and that's what Dave Roberts keeps saying. I'm gonna have to keep running these dudes out there. He tried to switch it up tonight. He didn't bring Scott in. He brought in Trinan, and he couldn't do it.
Right. And that's the one part that I feel like I got to reckon with because I think I might have said before we started just that the arms still look electric, like they still are throwing high 90s. But, you look at Trinan and Kopech, and it's like, I did last season really take that much out of them? And if it did, it went in service of a great cause. So I ain't
Right.
trying to rewind that. Like
Nah. And
if
that is part of it. That is part of it. You know what I'm saying? Because the Yankees lost a lot of dudes. You know what I'm saying? From that, like they Ace blew his arm out.
not
Now
Hill,
the
no.
right hander,
Oh
Garrett
yeah,
Cole,
yeah, yeah, yeah,
Garrett
yeah.
Cole, he blew his arm out this year. Like they said, that run that we went on. I mean, all the teams in the playoffs, it wears you down the next year. You know what I'm saying? Phillips, Gatterall, we lost a bunch of. But like you said though, it was for a good cause. Like if that's the sacrifice for that ring, then it's worth it. But they were saying Tanner Scott and Yates was supposed to be fresh arms that didn't go through that. That was supposed to be our remedy to that. And those dudes are giving us nothing. So now Kopech and Trinan and Bonda and Vesia too. They was in it. You know, for them to be tired at this point is not. You can't be mad at them. But the reinforcements we brought in, you can be mad at them. Like, y'all ain't giving us nothing. And the thing is, we signed Scott for 3 years.
Yeah, I mean, at this point, you just gotta hope they nut up
In
when
the
it become
postseason.
nut crunching time.
Yeah, I mean, I just don't know how you bank on that, especially from them two. Like we ain't never seen it from them. From the other dudes, maybe. You know what I'm saying? They've been through it before, and maybe they can dig back deep into that last year experience. But Scott and Yates, like the discussion is, do they even make the playoff roster?
Right. And I
Right. And I
mean, part of the conversation has to be stretching your starters.
Nah,
Even the perfect game that Yamamoto, well, it wasn't a perfect game, but the no hitter Yamamoto lost, like, what was it, 3-0, ninth inning, 2 outs. He give up a bomb.
and they
So
take him out.
that was 3-1, right. And I don't know how long Glass now had pitched and what was going to be that combined no hitter.
Right. We was at that game.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that's the one Bonda threw us the ball.
Mm. So, I mean, what would it look like if starters went 7?
I think Glass now went 7 in that game.
Mm.
That's the thing. I mean, Yamamoto went 8 2/3.
Do you have to, right?
Them
And
dudes couldn't
he's
even get one out. You know what I'm saying? They've brought them in for 1 out, not an inning, an out. And then two dudes, Trinan first, then Tanner Scott. Like, that's what I'm saying. They can't be trusted to get an inning. Because that's what it's gonna have to be. I feel like in the playoffs, it's funny that you said that because I was about to say that about tonight. Like, I feel like they should have stretched Shohei tonight. He only threw 68 pitches. He had 5 no-hit innings and they took him out. Next inning, the dude gives up 5.
Right.
Shohei couldn't have went 6.
In the postseason, dudes have to face 3 hitters still, right?
Yep.
Yeah, that's a hell of a rule change.
That hurts.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
because
saying?
I would, I would like our chances better if we could be like, we gonna have 6 dudes to try to piece together 6 outs.
Mm.
Um, and if it gotta be dudes coming in to just face one
One
dude,
batter.
but if you can't do that no more, then dudes gotta come in for 3, then 3 hitters minimum, then
That's 3 runs for some of these niggas we bringing in.
or at least fire starting. If
Right. Or at least a jam.
right,
I'm going to leave bases loaded, no outs. To the next dude, here you go.
which is what happened in that Minnesota game we went to,
Mm.
where I think it was Yates handed that to Vesia, and Vesia was like, "All right,
I'm going to get
I'm gonna
out of it.
I'm gonna limit this to 1 run," but still,
Right.
that was against Minnesota. Like Philly's, like you do that against us,
It's a walk-off slam.
we putting we
That's how
putting
they hit us earlier. Someone hit us with a walk-off slam a couple days ago.
that was Baltimore. I felt like,
Or was it the Giants?
oh, it was the Giants. Yeah, you're right.
Okay. Yeah, nah. That kind of shit. You know what I'm saying? A walk-off slam.
Right. Yeah, man. Uh, Shit, I know I ain't got too much computer life yet left.
Right. Nah, we probably should just wrap it up right here. You know what I'm saying?
That's
Thanks,
the
Dodgers. Damn, and that's right when you pause too. But yeah, we'll wrap it up on that one, man. You guys, thanks for tuning in, man. It's been the Kareem Matthews podcast. I'm Kareem Matthews. That's my dude, Rodney Lusian. We'll catch y'all on the next one.